Osceola McCarty's story is nothing short of remarkable. Back in 1995, she made headlines when she donated $150,000 of her life savings to the University of Southern Mississippi. Imagine that surprise. She was just a humble woman living in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. To her amazement, her decision to give away more than half of her estate, a whopping $280,000 for an African American scholarship fund, lit up the news. When folks expressed their admiration, she said, I don't regret one penny I gave. I wish I had more to give. That speaks volumes about her character. Born on March 7th, 1908, in Shibuya, Mississippi, Oseola was the cherished only child of Lucy McCarty, raised by her grandmother, Julia. The family moved to Hattiesburg in 1916, where Julia started a 7-acre truck farm and supplemented it by doing laundry. Osceola left school in the sixth grade to support her family and spent nearly 75 years taking in laundry and ironing. Can you believe she retired at the age of 86 due to arthritis? Remarkably, she never got married and had been living on her own since 1967 in a house passed down from her aunt. Throughout her life, Osceola lived a simple life. She never owned a car, opting instead to walk everywhere. She would often push a shopping cart about a mile to do her grocery shopping. Her lifestyle was modest. She barely kept up with current events, rarely read the newspaper, and had a TV with only one local channel. An air conditioner was purchased only after her retirement, but was turned on only when guests came over. Her social circle revolved around her church and her faith. Despite her frugality, she managed to save enough that at 87, she chose to donate the bulk of her savings to help students like the ones she once aspired to be. Even though she lived so close to the university, she hadn't set foot on the campus until August 1995. When she did, she received a heartwarming 1 minute standing ovation from about 1,000 faculty and community members. Her generous gift inspired local business leaders to match her contribution, which allowed the Oseola McCarty Endowed Scholarship to grow significantly over the years. Her story resonated with many, whether it was her selflessness, her determination to save, or the fact that she chose to support a university that had once denied African Americans entry during much of her life. When asked why she chose such a simple life without luxuries while sharing her wealth, she smiled and said, I am spending the money on myself. Osceola's impact didn't go unnoticed. She received at least 150 awards, including an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters from Harvard and the first honorary doctorate ever from Southern Miss. She was also named an honorary alumna of the School of Nursing there. If that wasn't enough, New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani even invited her to flip the switch for the Times Square ball drop on New Year's Eve. This woman, who had rarely stepped beyond Hattiesburg, ended up traveling all over the U.S. and making appearances on popular shows like Oprah and The Late Show. In recognition of her generosity, President Bill Clinton presented her with the Presidential Citizens Medal, one of the nation's highest civilian honors, often heralding her as a role model. The first recipient of her scholarship, Stephanie Bullock, grew close to Osceola while studying. When McCarty fell ill with cancer, her only wish was to see Bullock graduate, which she did in May 1999, just a few months before Osceola passed away on September 26. Although she didn't want buildings named after her, in 2002, a new residence hall on campus was dedicated as Oseola McCarty Hall. Even 2 decades after her passing, her scholarship continues to thrive, with its value surpassing $700,000 by 2014, helping 44 students on their educational journeys. How inspiring is that?